once again, welcome to Bima's Crafts. Today I'm going to show you how to crochet this beautiful mini handbag here. It's a very simple and easy bag to crochet, okay, even for beginners. Okay, so let's see what we're going to need to crochet this bag. Okay, so for this bag you're going to need a scissors, a tapestry needle. You're also going to need stitch markers. I used about 9 of them. You're also going to need a crochet hook, a size 5mm crochet hook. You're also going to need thread and needle for the button. Here I'll be using macrame, 3mm thick macrame, and also you're going to need a button here. This is a 20mm diameter button. You're also going to need these small hooks here for the handles. Okay, and if you don't have this, it's still fine. You can just join the handle straight to the bag. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, so we're going to begin with a chain of 12. Okay, so this is my slip knot. Okay, so I'm going to do a chain of 12. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now I'm going to begin my first row. I'm going to skip this first chain here and insert into the second with my yarn, 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, and then pull through both loops. So this is my first single crochet in US stems. Okay, I'll move into the next chain, 1 single crochet, into the following 1 single crochet. Okay, all the chains. So I'm just going to continue up until I'm here at the end. Okay, so now I've finished all the chains, and if you had to count your stitches, you'll find that there are 12. Okay, sorry, there are 11. Okay, so now I chain 1 and then 10. Now this is my second row, and I'm going to begin in the very first stitch. Okay, so here I'm going to insert my hook here below both loops, these 2 loops, with my yarn over, and then pull through. Okay, so just going to continue with single crochet, 1 single crochet in each stitch, like that. So just going to maintain the 11 stitches that we have. Okay, okay, so I'm just going to continue up until I'm at the end here. Make sure that at the end here you crochet into the very last stitch, okay, so that you maintain straight edges. Okay, like that. So my second row is done. So again, moving on to the next row, I chain 1. This is a turning chain and does not count as a stitch. And then again, we just repeat what we did with the second row, beginning the very first stitch and put 1 single crochet. Okay, so I'm just going to do that, repeating row 2 up until I have 23 rows. Okay, welcome back. So I now have 23 rows. So here what you want to do, you want to start now crocheting in rounds. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put a stitch marker into the first stitch of the last row that we did, like that, and then we're going to start crocheting in the round. Okay, so at each and every corner we'll be putting 2 stitches. Okay, so here at this corner I already have this one, but I'm going to put another single crochet like that. Okay, so now we'll be inserting our hook this side along this edge, and here these are rows, so you'll be, for each row you put 1 stitch. Okay, for each row you put 1 stitch. You just find some way to insert your hook. Okay, so here I just did this one, so now I move here, so I'm just going to find some way to insert my hook and then do 1 single crochet like that. Okay, and then I come here, just find some way to insert your hook and put 1 single crochet, and then here 1 single crochet for each row. Okay, like that. Again here, like that. Here, Okay, so I'm just going to continue like this. Let's meet here. Okay, so here I'm towards the end of the side. Okay, so here at this corner here, I'm going to insert my hook at this corner. Okay, and I'm going to put one here, and then again, since it's a corner, I'm going to put another one. Okay, like this. So for this side, this was our first row at the beginning. So this here is the back of the chains at the first that we did at the first. Okay, so I've been setting my hook into these small holes here. Okay, these ones. Okay, like this, and put one single crochet in each, like this. Okay, like that. So I'm just going to continue like this, and then at this corner I'll put again 2 single crochets, and then this side we repeat what we did with this side. Let's meet towards the end here. Welcome back. So I've done single crochet right round. Okay, so at this point, before we proceed, you want to count the total number of your stitches. They should be in the multiples of 4, and if they are not, you can just add stitches here or remove a stitch so that they are in the multiples of 4. I've counted mine. There are 68 and they are in the multiples of 4. Okay, so if there are 67, just add one more. Okay, if there are 69, just remove one more. It's still fine. Okay, so now we want to start crocheting the sides. So before we go there, let's just measure the measurements of our bag, the base. Okay, so the base, the length is about 9 inches and the width is about 5 inches. Okay, so now we're going to start the pattern for the sides of the bag. So here at this end, I'm going to remove the stitch marker. Okay, so I'm going to join with a slip stitch into this first stitch here. Okay, let's join in the back loop. Okay, like this. Let's join like this. Okay, so I'm going to do a chain of 3. So for this first round, we'll be crocheting in the back loop. So you find here on our work we have the front loop and the back loop. Okay, the front, the back. So we'll be inserting like this. Okay, so now I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so in this first stitch here, again I'm going to put 2 DC. Okay, we're going to do 2 DC together. Like, let me show you. Insert my hook into the first stitch, pull up, loop, and over, and then pull through the first 2 loops. So we're not going to complete this double crochet. We're going to leave it like this. Again, I do another one. Okay, and over. So we have 4 loops, and I'm going to yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops like this, so that I have 3 loops, and then I'm going to yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops. Okay, this is a cluster of double crochets. Okay, so this one here is also standing as a double crochet, even if it's a chain of 3. So here I'm going to do a chain of 2, 1, and then 2. So in the same stitch, this one, we're going to do another cluster. Okay, so again, pull up a loop. I have 3 loops now. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops like that. Again, yarn over in the same stitch, pull up a loop. I have 4 loops, and I'm going to yarn over and pull through the first 2 loops like that. Yarn over again, insert again. They should be 3. Okay, I'm going to yarn over and pull through like this. So here, this is the cluster here, 1, 2, 3, plus this one. Okay, so I'm going to yarn over, then I'm going to pull all like this. So we have a V cluster here. Now I'm going to skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to work into this one. Okay, so I yarn over, 1, 2, 3 into this one. We do another cluster. Okay, again, yarn over, insert, and over, pull through the first 2 loops like that, yarn over, insert again, pull through the next 2 loops. Okay, so now we have 1 2 3, okay, plus this one, and then you yarn over and pull through all 4 loops like that, and then you're going to chain 2, 1 2, and then you're going to do another cluster in the same stitch. Okay, pull up a loop, pull through the first 2 loops, insert again, pull through the next 2 loops, insert again, and then pull through again like this. So you have 1 2 3, and then this one, yarn over. Okay, so this is our second cluster. This one, we have this one, and then we have this one. Okay, again I'm going to skip 3 stitches, 1 2 3, and then into this one, okay, 1 2 3 in this one, yarn over like that, chain 2 1 2. Okay, in the same stitch we do another cluster, okay, 4 loops now, and then pull through. Okay, like this. So we have 3 V clusters here of double crochets. So we're going to repeat this pattern right round up until we're towards the end here. Okay, like this. Just repeat what we're doing here up until you're back here. Welcome back. So I've done the first round. Okay, so here I'm left with 3 stitches here, so I'm going to skip this and then come here 1 2 3, I join with a slip stitch here. Okay, and then in the next stitch I do another slip stitch like that, and then here, okay, I insert into the space and do another slip stitch like that. Okay, and then I'm going to do a chain of 3 2 and then 3. Okay, so now we're going to work our cluster in this space here. Okay, like that, yarn over, pull through all 3, chain 2 1 and then 2. Again in the same space I do another cluster of double crochets. Okay, so we're now just repeating what we're doing, only now that we're inserting our hook in between the clusters. Okay, and then yarn over, go through all 3 like that. Okay, so now you have this space here, you skip this one, we want this space in between the cluster here, so we're going to insert our hook here. Okay, like this. Okay, okay, we now have 4, and then chain 2 1 and then 2. Okay, repeat again in that same space, 1 2 3, then yarn over, go through. Okay, like this. So I'm just going to continue. Next I'll be inserting in this one, and then again here, right round. Let's meet towards the end here. Welcome back. So this is the second round. Okay, and again here we're left with 1, 2, 3 stitches. Okay, so we're just going to do what we did when we joined here. So here you count 1, 2, in the third chain here you join with a slip stitch. Okay, like that, and then into the next stitch, this one, another slip stitch. Okay, and then again here in between the cluster, another slip stitch. Okay, and then we begin the next round. Chain 3, 2, 3. Okay, so we're just going to repeat what we did with the second round. Okay, so this is our bag up until we have 5 rounds, and then come back. Welcome back. So I've done 5 rounds. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here at the end of the 5th round, okay, so I'm just going to join like what we were doing in the 3rd chain, like this. Okay, so if you were to count the total number of your stitches, mine are 68. Okay, so now I want to put a buttonhole in button as well as the handle. Okay, and then do the final round. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is just arrange your bag in a rectangle like this so that you have 4 corners. Okay, or just choose a corner like this one. So I'm just going to take this point here as my first corner. Okay, this one. Okay, so I'm going to put a stitch marker there, and it is also my starting point. Okay, so I'm going to chain 1 like that. Okay, so let's put a stitch marker here, and then I'm going to put 1 single crochet in the following stitch. Okay, like that. Okay, so this chain 1 here is going to count as our first stitch. Okay, so now I'm just going to remove this from this stitch here. Okay, I'm going to count 12 stitches and then put another stitch marker. Okay, so I'm going to take this one. Okay, so I'm going to begin this stitch, the chain 1, so that's 1, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm going to put my stitch marker in the following stitch, the 13th one, like this. Okay, and then I'm going to come this side, and then I'm going to count 22 stitches. Okay, starting from this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. And then I'm going to put my stitch marker in the following. Okay, like this. Then again I come this side, and then I count 12. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I put my stitch marker in the following stitch, like that. So if you are to count your stitches, you find that I have 22, 22, 12, and then 12. Okay, so now then I have these 4 corners here. I want to mark the middle points of these 4 corners. Okay, those are the ones that we want. So I'm going to come here, then I'm going to put another stitch marker in stitch number 6. Okay, so you can count from this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, just to confirm. Okay, so this is the middle point. And then I come this side again, and then I'm going to put another stitch marker in stitch number 11. Okay, So that's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. This is the middle point for 22 stitches. And then here 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, and then here again 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. Okay, so I have 1 2 3 4. So I'm going to remove these stitch markers at the corners here. I no longer need them. Okay, now that we've marked these points, we want to fold slightly our bag inwards like this. Okay, and then in the process we also want to insert these metal rings. So here I had done the stitch, but I'm just slightly going to remove it like that. Okay, and then here we have the stitch marker in the middle. You count 1 2 3. Okay, and then from here 1 2 3. Okay, so I'm going to crochet 1 single crochet in the stitch, but in the process I'm going to insert this metal ring. So I'm just going to do it like this. Okay, and then 1 single crochet. Okay, so here you find that I have 3 stitches, and then here again I'll count 1 2 3, and then in the fourth one here I'm going to join. I'm going to skip all of these stitches like this, and then do 1 single crochet like that. And then in the process we are also putting this, and then in the following 1 single crochet like that. Okay, so now we have this here, and we've also folded our bag slightly inwards. So I'm going to continue with 1 single crochet in each stitch. Okay, here you insert your hook like this, and then put 1 single crochet in each stitch like that. Okay, so here we're not yet putting the button in buttonhole, so I'm just going to do the stitch and put back the stitch marker. Okay, we're going to put it in the next round. Then I'm going to put it back. Okay, so I'm just going to continue up until I'm towards the stitch marker. Okay, so I'm now towards this other stitch marker here, and we want to do what we did this side. So I'm going to take again this one. So here I have 1 2 3 1 2 3. Okay, we need the fourth one. Okay, that's 1. Okay, so that's 1 2 3 4. Okay, so in this fourth one I attach the metal hook and do 1 single crochet. So I'm going to skip 1 2 3. Okay, and then 1 2 3. So I'm going to join in the stitch. Okay, like this, and then do 1 single crochet like that, and then in the following stitch okay, so we have it like this. So sorry, I'm just going to continue with one single crochet, and then when you're at this point, just remove the stitch marker, do one AC and put it back. Let's meet back here at the starting point. Welcome back. So I did single crochet right round. Okay, so now here I'm back at the starting point. So we just want to do one last round of slip stitch. Okay, so here this is the starting point. Okay, so I've also crocheted into the slip stitch, it doesn't matter. Okay, so here I'm going to do one slip stitch like that. Okay, so in the following stitch again, one slip stitch. Okay, like that. Okay, so this is the slip stitch. So I'm going to do this right round up until I'm back here at the starting point. Welcome back. So I'm now back here at the starting point. So I'm just going to join with another slip stitch, and then we're going to cut and fasten off the ends. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to fasten this off inside the bag and then come back. Okay, so this is our bag so far. Okay, so now I want to put the buttonhole here. So I'm just going to, they've slightly shifted, but it doesn't matter, but I'm just going to remove this one and we're going to use this one as reference. Okay, now, okay, so I'm going to take my yarn and I'm going to do a chain of 11. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11. Okay, like that. So it should be long enough to cover like this. Okay, so here I'm just going to add one more like that. So I'm going to skip this first chain from the hook, set my hook into the second chain and do one single crochet, in the following one single crochet. So I'm just going to continue with one single crochet up until I'm here towards the end. Okay, so now here I'm towards the end, I'm left with this one stitch. I've also cut this tail, make it short. Here I put one single crochet like that. Okay, so now what we're going to do here is want to do a chain for our buttonhole. Okay, so that this button can fit through. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just add one more. 6. Okay, so I'm going to turn it. Okay, and then I'm going to set my hook here at the back of the chains like that, so that we have this. Okay, so I'm just going to continue with one single crochet at the back of each chain like that. Okay, so let's continue up until we're back here at the starting point. Okay, so here make sure that you crochet into the very last stitch. Okay, so I'm just going to pull this out. Okay, so I just want to leave a tail long enough to use to attach this to our bag. Okay, like this. So here I'm going to insert our tapestry needle. Okay, yeah, I think this is a bit too long, so I'm just going to cut. Okay, so this is our buttonhole. So I'm going to come here. Okay, we can put it this side. You can choose to put it the other side like this. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to come here. Then I'm going to attach. Okay, so I'm just going to continue here. Make sure that it is neat and blends well with the bag. Okay. Okay, so I've attached this here. I'm just going to remove this one here. Okay, so it's going to overlap like this. Okay, so we want to put our button somewhere here. Okay, like that. Okay, so I'm just going to attach this button here using this thread and needle, and then come back. Welcome back. So this is a bag so far without the handle. Okay, if you have a leather handle, you can just attach here. Okay, so now we just want to do the handle and then finish up. Okay. Okay, so now for the handle, if you want the bag to be, you can convert it into a crossbody bag, a shoulder bag, or just a simple handbag. So it all depends with the how long you want the handle to be. Okay, so here I'm going to leave a tail here for us to be able to attach it here. So just leave a tail of about 50 centimeters. Okay, and then to come here, then do chain 1, then chain 2, then insert into the second chain and then pull through. Okay, so we're just going to do a Romanian cord. Okay, so you turn, then you insert your hook into this loop here. Okay, and over, pull through, and over again, and then pull through. Again, you turn, set into these 2 loops at the back here, so that you have 3 loops, and over, pull through the first 2 loops, and over, then pull through again, then you turn again. Okay, set again, and over, pull through, and over, pull through. So you're just going to be repeating this. You turn, then you set into this, pull through, and then pull through, turn again, okay, so I'm just going to continue and then come back with our handle. Welcome back. So I now have the handle, this one, and the length is about 53 centimeters. Okay, so you find that here I've left 2 tails here. These are the ones that I'm going to use to join onto the back. Okay, so I'm going to join here. Okay. Yes, I think it's firm enough now. Okay, so here we've joined, so I'm going to come this side again and do the same as we did this side, and then come back. Welcome back. So our bag is done. Okay, and these are the handles. Okay, it's a very nice and neat handbag here. Okay. Okay, so if you have any questions, please do ask in the comments below. I'll be happy to respond. Thank you for watching Mama's Crafts. Please do subscribe, like, comment, and share. Thank you.